What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron back with another video. Before we get started, make sure you please like, comment, subscribe, and all that good jazz. Today we are going to be discussing this is like a little TikTok video. It's real quick, man. This is like only like a minute long or so. It's actually response. I don't know if y'all familiar with infinity colors or infinite colors. I apologize if I pronounced that wrong, but he did his reaction to it and it was a TikTok video. So you know, as far as finding the original, like, this was like the best I can do in short notice. But man, what this girl says in this video is so accurate. I had to do a response to it, because when you're having the kind of conversations that we have in this space, and you trying to explain these things to women, they do the exact same thing that this woman is gonna explain in this video. I like to call it, SHD, selective hearing disorder. I've called it that for years, man. I've called it that before I even discovered this space, man. So I ain't gonna keep talking y'all ear off. Let's go ahead and get to it, man.
Sometimes men don't like to communicate with females because a lot of y'all have selective hearing. What he is trying to explain to you, what he is trying to communicate with you, you take your own little parts and you make it to what you want to be. And you mix up the whole story. And y'all be blaming him when he don't want to talk to you, but really it's your fault because you always switching up the story. You always adding your own stuff in there. You always putting stuff in there that he don't say. Maybe sometimes if you just be quiet, listen to what he is saying, not just listen, but hear him, and not just hear him, but comprehend what he is talking about and saying to you, and put yourself in his shoes so you can better understand, then baby, things will be so much smoother for communication. But I always like to select what you want to select and hear what you want to hear to make him seem like the bad guy, but really it's you.
Wow.
Because you don't want to hear it. You already got your story in your head of how you want things to plan out. You can't do that.
Fellas. Bruh. Is she lying? Is she lying though? Is she lying? Hell nah. Big facts, big facts, big facts. And like I said, man, you have these, whenever I talk about these kind of topics, like just the random women that I know, personal life, work, like they hear what they want to hear. It's just like when I was just using that example of when I had that debate with two women at work about women sleeping with married men and knowing the man is married. It was like, no matter how much logic I hit them with, it was like, no, it's 100% the man's fault. How is it 100% the man's fault? He can't force that woman to have. He can't force that woman to do anything with him. She's doing everything on her own will. If anything, you can make a case that she's more at fault than him, because if he's over here saying, hey, look, if you want to do this, cool, but just so you know, I got a wife. I'm not gonna leave you. I'm not gonna leave my wife for you. So if you want to do this, this is all it's gonna be. We gotta be discreet and all, and blase. But if shit hit the fan, I'm like, why the hell should he have to take 100% of the blame? No. And you want to know why? Because no matter how much logic I was putting in the air, these women already had their mind made up, regardless of how much logic that I gave them, regardless of the fact that a woman controls access to sex. You know what I mean? The fact that the guy was being honest about being married and not leaving his wife for her. All those factors. And they still said, nah, the man is 100% to blame. All that tells me is that y'all ain't taking in anything that I gotta say, and y'all got y'all mind made up. That's bullshit, bruh. I don't... The logic that women have today is gonna kill relationships in the future. Because if you really look around, man, most men still think the same. I mean, if you look, and part of the reason why most men are still raised up the same is because, for one, men are just wired that way. And then if you include the fact that, I'm like, let's just keep it a buck. Some people ain't gonna like me saying this, but I'm gonna say it. Let's keep it a buck. You got a lot of single moms out here raising their sons to be the kind of guys that they would want to lock them down. But the problem is, women aren't aroused by those traits. They might be attracted to those traits, but they're not aroused by those traits. That's why you got so many women wait until they in their late 20s, 30s, or 40s to all of a sudden, oh, okay, I'm ready to settle down now. Like, bitch, you done got 2-3 kids, 2-3 different baby daddies. You ain't as attractive as you was before you started having kids, but now I'm supposed to sacrifice everything to be with you. And I'm not even getting the same deal as the other guys prior. Think about that, fellas. Like, where's the logic in that? Women literally feel entitled for us to take bad deals from them just for the sake of some consistent sex. And the sex ain't even all that. I know I just kind of went on a total tangent, man, and I'll probably do that a lot. Because people need to understand, especially the everyday, average men like myself, because let's keep it a buck, that's most of us. And if we really keep it in the buck, most of the people that are in this space, I'm not gonna sit over here and say they're like millionaires or something, but I think most people that are in this space are pretty successful and well off. Therefore, they don't really, they're not in the trenches like I am. They're not seeing what's going on day to day. They have an idea. They've had their trials and tribulations, but they're in a space now where they don't gotta worry about that ish anymore. And that's the main thing and the main reason why I made this channel, because I wanted the average everyday people to be able to relate and be like, okay, I'm not tripping. Okay, this guy is doing X, Y, and Z and it's working for him. So let me switch this up and see if I can be more successful in this area by, you know what I mean? Just at the end of the day, man, it's just, it's all about awareness, man. You don't gotta become RP. You know what I mean? You don't gotta become MGTOW. Like, you don't have to be a part of these ideologies. Just take in the information and use it for yourself to better your situation and have a chance to come out with better outcomes. That's, at the end of the day, that's all this is about, all right? I'm gonna go ahead and end that here, man. Try not to make this too long. Again, please like, comment, subscribe, you guys. It's very important, man. This is important to me. I'm gonna start putting out videos every day, Monday through Friday. I don't know if y'all noticed, but last couple weeks, that's what I've been trying to do. Be more consistent, man, motivated, bro. And we just gonna get to it, man. Continue to self-improve, all right?